Hello, this video is for your Week 7 creative assignment on aleatoric music. Now in Week 7 you actually have the option of doing two different assignments. You can either do this aleatoric composition in Noteflight, or you can create a piece of minimalist music using Audacity, or you can do both and earn up to 20 points of extra credit. Now for this assignment you will use Noteflight, and you'll also use a random number generator, and I have one linked in the document in Blackboard, or you can use two six-sided dice. Now the reason we're going to use that random number generator or two six-sided dice is because aleatoric music is music that's created randomly or by chance. Sometimes composers will allow the performer to decide the order or the sections of the music, while other composers might roll a dice or use some sort of other random manner in determining what comes next in their music. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go over to random.org, and I'll go ahead and move over to Firefox. And we need to generate 25 random numbers. If you want your composition to be longer, you may do more than 25 numbers. They need to be between the numbers 1 and 12, because there's 12 notes in the chromatic scale, so we want to use all notes in the chromatic scale. And then I'm just going to format this in one column so it's easy to copy and paste. So we'll click on Get Numbers, and I'm going to go ahead and actually just right away start by copying these. So we'll copy, and then go over and paste them in a Word document, because the next thing I need to do is to come back to this PDF document and figure out what number goes along with what note. So for example, my first number is a 2, so this tells me this is going to be a C sharp, and I'll just use the number sign on the keyboard. It's easy to type that way. A 7 is F sharp, a 12 is a B, and then I get to continue on in the same manner throughout my whole list. Now don't worry, sometimes your list may come up not seeming very random, like you might have a whole bunch of the number 8 in your list, and that's okay, since really, for every number, it could be anything between the numbers 1 and 12. There's no reason why we have to use each number equally. Sometimes random to our eyes just doesn't seem random. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and finish doing the rest of my list, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I have finished my list. I have all 25 numbers, have a note assigned to them. So now I'm going to go ahead and come over to Firefox and go to Noteflight and click New Score, since we get to start a new composition. And like always, we're going to set the sharing settings to shared. That way when you upload your link, when you submit your assignment, I can see it. And the first thing I'm going to do, it's not absolutely necessary that you do it, but since our default score is for piano, I'm going to click on the bottom staff, go up to staff and click on remove staff. So then I just have one staff that I have to worry about. Now I see my first note is a C sharp that I have to enter. So I could enter C sharp right here, I could enter it up here, I could enter it down here, and I think right now I'm just going to start in the middle of the staff. Now so I entered a C. I need to come down and click the sharp sign to make it C sharp, and then I'd like it to be a half note. Since you do get 5 points for using different rhythms, make sure you don't just do this all on quarter notes, because that would be pretty boring. Now, my next note I see is an F sharp, so if I come down, I could enter my F sharp here, or I could enter it here. I think I'd like to go down lower, so we'll make this an F sharp. I'd also like to make it a quarter note. And then I get to keep on going, so my next note's a B. So let's go ahead and put B here. Let's make it an 8th note this time. And then I see my next note's a G. So let's see, let's do G down here. And then my next note is a C. So instead of doing C up here this time, I think I'd like to put my C down below the staff. So I get a little bit of variety in the range of the notes that I'm using. Now, you'd continue on in the same manner using all 25 of your notes. One other thing that you get to do, in addition to using different rhythms, is to use different dynamics. And to do that, that's going to tell you how loud or how soft your notes are. You select your note, you select the expression tool, and then you actually just get a type. Like if it's forte, you'd type F, so that means it would be loud. P for piano would be soft. If you add an M, that'd be mezzo forte or mezzo piano, so medium loud or medium soft, and so on. So unfortunately, when I'm recording a video, I can't type in Noteflight, so I'm unable to do that step right now. I will actually upload my entire finished composition for you to see in Blackboard. When I do get to the end, I do need to make sure that I edit the title and give it a title that I think reflects the way it sounds. I need to put my name over where it says Edit Composer. And then I also need to make sure that I save, and then go to sharing and copy the link to paste in Blackboard. The one last thing that I have to make sure that I upload in Blackboard is my list of random numbers. So quite simply, you can just copy and then paste that in Blackboard, or if you've put it in a Word document, you may save your Word document and upload it. Good luck and have fun!